Hello everybody, happy Monday evening. Welcome to Once a Duckling. My name is Marianne and I couldn't have a Christmas crafting challenge without having a Christmas jumper. So I've dug out my old Christmas jumpers. Well, actually this is my daughter's, but you know, it's doing the job. So hi Jill, lovely to see you on here. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is keeping well, and hope you've had a good Monday. Hope you've had a productive Monday. I see there's a couple of people hopping on. Welcome to Tess, Carmen, and I see Kerry's watching. Hi Kerry, and you're saying hello. Thank you so much everyone for joining me, for logging on. I hope I've sorted out the lighting a bit more today. It feels kind of bright in here, so yeah, hopefully I can share and you know you can see everything properly. A couple of things, as always, for those of you hopping on, if you guys could do me the huge favour of sprinkling the video and let others know. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who shared my post about the 5-day challenge that I'm doing. So every single day this week I'm going to be doing a craft project lined up for Christmas. I know it's early, but I figured we're still in lockdown and we can all do with a little bit of time away from the television and from the news. And also by me doing it a little bit early, hopefully it will give you the opportunity to go out and get some of the stuff if you wanted to do some of the stuff that we've got lined up. So some of the projects that we're going to be doing this week, hopefully next week when the shops reopen, hopefully you'll be able to go and get all the bits and pieces. So yeah, if you could do me the huge favour of letting others know they can come and join us and have some fun with us. There's a couple of people saying hi. I see Elaine is watching, and I see Susan from Holland is watching. Hi Susan, lovely to see you on here. So as I said on my post, I'm going to be doing a craft project every single day, but I'm also going to be doing a giveaway every single day. And for the giveaway, if you could do me the favour of sprinkling the video and then putting in the comments that you've done it, because I don't always know. So let the other people know. Sprinkle the video, put in the comments that you've done it, and anyone who's done that will be entered into the prize draw. So tomorrow I will close the prize draw at 5 o'clock and I'll announce the winner on the live that I'm doing tomorrow night. So that's kind of how it works. So for the winner, the prize that I've got lined up for today is this soap dispenser. What with the soap and the hand washing and all the rest of it. I don't know how many people decorate their kitchen or decorate their bathroom, but this is something that you can make yourself. If I've got time left over at the end of this live, I will show you exactly how you can make this. I've got a blog post coming out as well. I filled this one with the hand sanitizer, not the hand sanitizer, like the hand gel. It's just a clear sort of, you know, soap in there. But I wanted you to see what it looks like actually filled up. So it's a little acrylic ornament that we've glued into the bottom, and it's got some little aquarium stones, and then you just fill it up, and it just looks really, really cute in a bathroom, in a kitchen. I'm going to add some string to the top as well, just to finish it off. Have a little bit of a ribbon or a bow, but how cute does that look? So that's going to be sent to someone who is going to be the winner, and I'll announce that tomorrow on the live when I'm doing the next project at 7:30 in the evening. But if I get time at the end, I will show you how you can make one yourself if you're not lucky enough to get it. I see Diane likes the idea, Sunuala is watching, and Susan says lovely. So right, let's get cracking. So I thought I'd start off with a bit of a simple project today. I see lots of new faces on there. Lovely to see lots of new faces, and obviously the people who have been joining me for the last couple of weeks. Lovely to see everyone on here. You probably saw that I did a blog post last week, I think it was, a very, very easy 5-minute project. Literally took me 5 minutes. All you need, picture frame, a bit of scrapbook paper, and some Scrabble tiles. You know I love Scrabble tiles. I've done a couple of projects like at the beginning of the year with some Scrabble tiles, and I have loads left over. So this project I did, it took me all of 5 minutes. All you need to do, cut out the background, stick on the tiles, and you're good to go. So I've got quite a few Scrabble tiles left over, so I thought it'd be nice to make some Christmas decorations for in the tree. So to begin with, I thought I'll do our names. So I like to have a bit of a play with them, and then I realised our names are like Rob, Sam, Dan, all 3 letters, and then my name was like quite long and it just didn't look right. So I've gone off the idea. So I've just gone some neutral Christmassy words. But of course, if you do it, you can choose your choose your family names. You can do Santa's reindeers. You can do whatever you want. So what I've gone for is I'll start off with the word peace, and I've got joy and Noel lined up as well. So I'll make a couple and yeah, to show you exactly how to do it. So I've gone for a variety of different ribbons. I've gone for a thinner ribbon where I'm going to be attaching the tiles to, and then I'm going to go for a slightly wider ribbon that I'm going to be gluing this ribbon onto. Only because I just wanted it to have a little bit chunkier and just have a little bit of a background to it, and it just allows you to mix and match, you know, a couple of different ribbons, and I think it looks really, really cute. It looks a lot nicer. I see Chris is sprinkled. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I see Donna is watching, Margaret's watching, Michelle, Louise. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. So I've got. It's a great project actually to use some leftover ribbon. So I've been using this ribbon for some different projects and I had a string left over. So it's a great project just to get rid of some of those small bits of ribbon that otherwise you probably wouldn't use a lot. So I'm going to go for the wider ribbon to begin with. So I'm just going to place that here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, just make sure that the camera's... Now because it's wide ribbon, I'm going to hopefully be able to mold that into position, and then I'm going to start off with this ribbon. So this is like a tartan sort of ribbon. I popped into I got this online actually, but there's so many different places where they do ribbon. I know the range obviously do it, I think the works do it, but as I always say, I'm sure you guys have got a lot of local shops that we haven't got here that you can pop into that have got lots of ribbons, and there is so much available online. For next year, I really recommend getting them in a sale because normally they're selling them off really, really cheaply. Garden centres are another great one, although they're probably a little bit more expensive there. So I've gone for this ribbon, and as you can see, it's a bit smaller, thinner than the other one. So I'm just going to cut a piece off and I'm just going to hot glue that on there, and as you can see, it just allows for a bit of the glitter ribbon to sort of poke through on the back, and I really just like the effect of that. So I'm just gonna, because this ribbon is a bit of a leftover, I'm gonna go for the same sort of size. I won't need it, but I always rather cut too much than not enough. I can always cut it down. So I'm just gonna gauge and just cut that, and then put this to one side. And then all I'm gonna do is just apply some hot glue to this one, and I'm just going to stick that on there. Let's see if I can get. I've got lots of stuff. You can't see this, but I've got so much stuff on the table over here, just to show you guys later. So I'm just going to randomly just apply a bit of hot glue. That's it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And as always, mind your fingers with the hot glue because it does get really, really hot. And then I'm just going to stick that down and hopefully get that in the center. And hopefully not stick it to the breakfast bar. That always helps. Because the back ribbon is a bit of like an organza one, it sort of leaks through. So that's all I've done so far. I've just gone and just glued that to the top. Now, where we're going to be making the top, where you're going to have it hanging in your tree or a wreath or anything like that, we're going to create a bit of like a fold at the top, and we're going to hot glue that to the back later. So all you need to do is just to make sure that you've got a bit of stuff at the back that is long enough for you to be able to hot glue that. And what we're going to do later, or yeah, at the end, is to have either a ribbon or a piece of string or something like that to go over the top here to create a little loop that you can hang it in the tree. So just make that fold and just keep it like that. Now, another thing I want to do is I'm going to have maybe some berries or a little bow or something like that at the top. So the letters are going to be coming over here, but at the top I want to have something to finish it off. So I would say leave a bit of a gap, probably about 1.5 inches, a bit of a gap, so you've got something that you can stick some items to, like a bit of, as I said, like a pine cone or a bit of a twig or something like that, just something that makes it look a little bit different. Love the crafts, just struggle to find the time to do lots. I know what you mean. That's the problem, is finding the time. And some of the crafts hopefully are not very time consuming. I mean, I know I do a lot of talking and showing and stuff like that, but as I said, the other craft was literally 5 minutes. It's all it took me. So yeah, try and find half an hour here and there. Your plate will be stuck down. I know. Yeah, I should have put something underneath, but then the paper would have stuck to it. So it's fine. I'll just wipe it later. I see Faye's joined us, Elaine, and I see Faye is saying hi. Hi Faye, lovely to see you here. Yeah, so leave about 1.5 inches at the top. Inch and a half, something like that. And then all I'm going to do, I've got my little Scrabble tiles here, and I'm just going to start gluing them down. And it's personal preference with regards to what you want to do to finish off the top. You can make it as big or as small as you want. And of course, if you did this project with kids, it'd probably be a nice project to do. You just got to be so careful with the hot glue, that's the only thing. But if you did it with kids, to do their names and have their names hanging in the tree. Or as I said at the beginning, if you did the Santa's reindeers or something like that, it's just a really quick, nice project, and it uses up some of those tiles. For those of you who are new here, who haven't seen me use the Scrabble tiles before, I got mine in the range. I think I got 3 bags for, I think it was 3 bags for £10, something like that, but I got a load. I'll show you. I've done so many projects with it, but I've still got lots and lots and lots of stuff left over. I've just got some other bits in there as well. So that is what I've still got left over from 3 bags of the Scrabble tiles that I got in the range. And as I said, I'm pretty sure I paid 3 bags, I paid £10. But I know the Works do them, and I know Amazon, obviously, if you like your online shopping, Amazon do them as well. And I know in the range, not the big packs, but they do them in different colours. I think they do silver and gold. So all I've done is just stuck down the little Scrabble tiles on top of there, and you're nearly already done. It's such a quick project. Now obviously I've left this quite long, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this and I'm going to dovetail it at the bottom. So if you fold it in half, she says, like this. Probably should have done that at the beginning actually, so I'm just going to do that in 2 goes. I'm going to cut it in a triangle. So I'm just going to go for the middle and do the same on the other side, and it just finishes it off a lot nicer. So that's what the bottom looks like, and of course you can leave it longer, you can make it as long as you want to, like that. So I know obviously at the top I've left a bit of a gap just to be able to just add something to it, and yeah, just finish it off nicely. Let's have a look. Saw you post with the baubles. You said you had a lot, but blimey, I didn't expect to see something. I know, it's kind of embarrassing. People must think I'm crazy. That was from last year. As I said, it's a combination of loving Christmas and being a bit of a fanatic shopping on Marketplace. There was a lady who'd advertised them. I think it just got out of hand a little bit, and she'd advertised them, and she wanted £40 for the lot. And I didn't realise quite how many there were going to be myself. I went along with a friend, I could barely get them in her car. It was so funny, and you should have seen my husband's face when I got home. He's like, oh my word, what is this woman doing? But yeah, they're coming really, really handy. I made a wreath last year, and I've been using them for lots of different projects. So yeah, so I'm really, really pleased I got them. But it was a funny photo, I must admit. So what we're going to do next is, in those baubles that I bought, it wasn't just baubles, it was also some of the like the strings that you get with it, you know, like this sort of stuff. And of course I haven't used all of it, but they're perfect for this little project. So I've cut some to size. I'm going to cut this one again in half, and I'm going to create a little loop. So what I'm going to do is, over here on the back, I'm going to add some glue here and some glue here, and then I'm just going to glue this to the back of it. to create a little loop, and that's what's going to hang them in the tree. So I hope you guys can see this. Let me just get the glue gun. So where you've got the fold, add some hot glue here and some hot glue there, and then just press that down on there. Now of course you can do this with some twine, you can do it with some ribbon, you don't have to do it with what I've used, but because I had it to hand, I'll just hold it in place and get it to set down. And I'm just gluing it on there like this, so it's kind of like a ring now over the top of that. And then the next thing I'm going to do, the final thing really to actually close this, is I'm going to add some hot glue on here, and then I'm going to fold this over the top. So just some hot glue on the top, and then you kind of just fold the little envelope, close it down. And again, mind those fingers, it does get hot even though it's on the ribbon, you can feel it through the material, so be careful. And that's how you've got it to be hanging the tree. Now, it's personal preference. This one is obviously, because the material, it's, you know, it's okay. It's obviously, you know, you can just hang it in the tree like that. If you want something to be a little bit more rigid, what you can do is to get one of these craft sticks, or like a lollipop stick or something like that, and glue that to the back of it. It will be completely in place, and obviously will keep it a lot more sturdy. You don't have to do this. This is absolutely personal preference, but if you want to have it a little bit more rigid, then you can glue that to the back. No one is going to look at the back, so you can just have that hanging in your tree like this. And that's one of them nearly done. So where I've left a bit of room at the top, I'm just going to fill that off and just finish it off with some decorations. So I popped into, before lockdown, I popped into the works, and they had these little things. Now some of them I added from the range. It was a pack like this, and they're just like tiny little bits of twig and some little pine cones, and I thought they'd be perfect just on the top, just to finish it off. And then these ones I got in, I think I got these in the range, they're 59p, and there were 4 bunches of like these little berries. Now I'm probably not going to keep them on the actual sort of twig thing. I'm probably going to take them off. Come through. Going to stick them on top. So I'm just going to have a bit of a play with it. You can do a little ribbon, you can have a little snowflake, you can just have a look to see what is around and just finish it off the way you want to, depending on the type of ribbon and the colour of the ribbon that you're using as well. So I'm just going to try and have a look to see with a pair of pliers if I can cut this down a bit further so it doesn't stick out so much. That's it. And then all I'm going to do is just, I'm going to hot glue this to the top, and I'm just going to have a bit of a play with how I want to finish it off. And as I always say, the hot glue, it works brilliantly. It sticks down, and oops, she says, it sticks down brilliantly. I get a little bit too impatient, guys. I want to show you, I just need to be patient. Press it down. At least it wasn't a Christmas bauble that was sort of, you know, dropping off everywhere. I just need to have a bit more patience. It does stick brilliantly. There you go. So all I've got is that at the moment, and then I'm going to do the same with one of these little pine cones. How cute are these? They're tiny. I'm just going to cut it down because I want to add the hot glue as much as possible on the back, and do the same. Just hot glue that down. And I'll hold this one down a lot longer. Thank you very much. I see Paul has joined. Let's have a look. Wendy. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Corridwen. I see Samantha Smith is watching. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've missed the beginning of the video, if anyone is hopping on at the moment, if you could do me a favour and sprinkle the video for me. Facebook doesn't like me saying the other word. I was saying to the people who were joining at the beginning of the video, I'm going to do a free giveaway for one person every single day this week. And the giveaway for today is this hand sanitizer Christmassy sort of jar that I've made. I'm going to finish it off by adding some stuff to the top, just a little ribbon or something like that. So if you sprinkle the video and tell me that you've done it, anyone who's done that, I will enter into the draw, and I'll finish that tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So the draw will close at 5 o'clock to give people who are catching this on the replay a chance to enter as well. And then what I'll do is I will close the draw at 5 o'clock, collect all the names, put them in a pot, and then I will announce the winner tomorrow on the next live. And then obviously we'll have another project and another giveaway. So I've got a small pine cone that I've added to the top, and I'm going to just add some berries. So I'm going to try and snip these off because I don't really need to have the wire on there. So all I'm left with is one of these little beauties, and I'm just going to add some hot glue randomly and just hold that down. These look really cute. Thank you. So gorgeous, sprinkled. Thank you so much. Thank you for sprinkling. And I know it's a bit of a random term. Someone said to me before, sprinkling, what are you talking about? But yeah, it's unfortunately, as I said, Facebook doesn't like me using the other words, so that's how we get around it. So I've got that. I'm going to add one more of the little berries on the side, and that's one of them done. And I think that just looks really, really cute. You can have it hanging in your tree. You can have it hanging in a wreath. You can just have it sort of, you know, as a display somewhere on top of a picture. And it's a really, really simple way. And as I said, the kids, to have the kids' names in it, they will love getting involved with these sort of projects. My kids are grown up. I mean, they still love Christmas, actually. They get so excited over Christmas, which is lovely. Had a bit of a runaway one there. And just add some hot glue and just press that down. I see a couple of you guys are sprinkling, thank you. And Face says she's really, really liking it. I'm really, really pleased. So yeah, that's one of them done. And I know I've been chatting away. It's taken a bit of time, but in reality, if you just sat here with a cup of tea, it wouldn't take you very long at all. So that's one of them sorted. So that's going to go in my tree tomorrow. So I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to make it slightly different. So I've got the word Noel, but of course you can go for any word that you want. You can have, she says she's got Noel. I've lost my L, I've got it. So why it's so relaxing watching someone else craft? It should be relaxing doing it yourself as well. No, I know what you mean. It's, yeah, I do like watching. It's like another thing I really, really like watching is people baking cakes and doing cupcakes, and especially when they do, like, you know, they're so skilled at it. I mean, I love baking, I love making cupcakes, but I'm nothing like that when you see them, you know, doing all the cupcakes. One thing, I don't know if you guys have ever had a chance to try it. If ever you get a chance, if you love crafting, you will love this. Acrylic pouring. We did a workshop, I think last year or the year, no, it was the year before, and it was a lady locally to us, and it is so relaxing. It is brilliant. It's a really, really good fun. So yeah, if ever you get the chance, if you see acrylic pouring as part of a workshop, when we're all able to, you know, get out and about again, go for it. It's a really, really good day out. And I see Sally's joined us as well. So for the next one, I'm going to go for a slightly different ribbon. Now this is quite flimsy, so I might do the bit where I have the popsicle stick at the back. So I'm going to go for this one, and I'm just going to cut a bit off. And I know that's going to be too much, but as I said at the beginning, I'd rather have too much than not enough, because you can always cut it down. And then I'm going to go for this candy stripe ribbon. Again, I got this one online. I will put it on the blog post where I get it. Let's have a look. Where do you get all your great ideas from? I wish I had your imagination. I've said before, not all my ideas are my own. I do use Pinterest a lot. I mean, obviously some of the stuff that I do, I like to make unique if I can. But yeah, have a look on Pinterest. There is so much out there, and I think a lot of the crafters, obviously, they get their projects and stuff like that from there as well. And I think sometimes the stuff that we see on Pinterest, because a lot of it comes from America, it's quite difficult sometimes to find the stuff. So that's where I suppose the challenge comes in, and finding a couple of bits and pieces that we can find in our local shops here. I know I've said it before, I wish we had the choice that the USA have got when it comes to finding things, Hobby Lobby and all those sort of places. But yeah, no, some of the stuff you see, and some of the stuff I see, and I just try and think of a different way of being able to use it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I don't show those bits. No, I'm only joking. I mean, to be honest, if it didn't go to plan, sometimes it doesn't, and you just kind of try and find a way around it, like we did with the picture frame, where you kindly said about turning it around, things like that. So the pinstripe or the candy stripe, and then I think it looks like a grey. It's not, it's a silver in the background, and I think again that's going to look really, really nice. So I'm just going to cut that to size, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hot glue the ribbon, this ribbon, I'm going to hot glue that onto the other ribbon. And I think, oh, I need a new glue stick. And I think sometimes as well, it depends what is out there. I see things on Marketplace, you know, I'm a big fan of Marketplace. People are getting rid of stuff, and sometimes I just see it and I think, I know I'm going to be able to do something with that, and it's just about having a bit of a play. I know a couple of weeks ago I posted about a little stool that I bought, like a little footstool, and I painted it and I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but that's the beauty with paint, you just paint over the top of it. And sometimes you do something, you think, yeah, you know what, it's not quite how I imagined it would be, so you just try something different. So there you go, got the candy stripe on there, and you've got the silver thing in the background. And of course there's so many different types of ribbon that you can go for. So I'm going to try and see if I can dovetail this at the beginning rather than at the end when the glue's all set. So all I do for that is I fold it double like this, and then I get my scissors and you cut it off, and then you've got a perfect dovetail at the bottom, and it just finishes it off nicely when you've got it hanging in your tree. So this one, because it's got the word Noel being a little bit shorter, I normally tend to have a bit of a play with some of the tiles and have a look to see how much space I'm going to need. And I've cut this one way too big, but that's fine. So I'm going to probably cut it off around here, because I want to allow for some of the room at the top to just finish it off with some berries and stuff like that. So I'm going to fold it here, and I'm just going to snip off the excess, like this bit here. So I've created the fold, as you can see, and for this one what I'll do, I will use a bit of ribbon instead of using the little beads, she says. There you go. So I've got this small wheel of ribbon. Let's have a look. It's like an organza ribbon, this one. This is a bit of a thinner one, so I'm just going to cut a bit of a thing of that. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to add on the inside, I'm going to add some hot glue here, I'm going to add some hot glue there. And I'm just going to stick it down on here. She says, come on, there you go. Just having a gauge to see how long I want that to be. Probably about here. And just stick that down. And of course you could just have a little knot in there. Glad to see I'm not the only one who loves ribbon. I love ribbon. There's so many different things. Unfortunately, I think some of it can work out quite expensive. Again, I know in America they've got so much choice. And I was having a look the other day because I wanted to make a ribbon wreath. I absolutely love the ribbon wreaths that are out there. But by the time I found the ribbon that I wanted, but it was on Etsy, and it would cost me an absolute fortune to do it. Having said that, there is a shop that is near to us that sells a really, really nice ribbon, like the florist ribbon, the wired one. And normally at the end of Christmas or after Christmas, they're selling the big reels for like £1. So that's where I normally get it. And that's why our trees, I've used loads of ribbon in our trees. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the sales hopefully afterwards. and see if I can get loads for next year and just mix it up a little bit. So I've glued that to the back, and it creates a loop where you're going to be hanging it in the tree, and then this bit I'm just going to hot glue and close it and just keep it in place. I've kind of done it the other way around this time. Rather than leaving this to the end, I've done it at the beginning. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you what sort of order you do it in. Sorry, I'm in a fight with my hot glue. It's everywhere. So that's that one, and all I need to do now is to just hot glue the Scrabble tiles to it. Oh. Now I don't think not a lot of people would have seen my post that I put up. I think it's about 5 o'clock. I was out and about today and I spotted a load of real Christmas trees. And we haven't had a real Christmas tree for years, and I just wondered, are you guys team real tree or team fake? Honestly, if I had a real tree, especially because I put it up so early this year, there is no way would they survive. I am shockingly bad at looking after plants and stuff like that. So if I had a real tree, I don't think it would do very well. But I love the idea of a real tree, and these ones, they looked absolutely beautiful. They did look really, really nice. But yeah, now I'm ashamed to say we've always got an artificial one, but I do like the real ones. My mum and dad always used to have a real one. And one year we had one that still came with a root, and they planted it in the garden, and it grew massive. It was absolutely enormous. Let's have a look. See, Lynn has joined us, Catherine's joined us, Julia. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining. Team Real. It won't last if I get one now. Exactly, yeah. Oh, good for you having the real tree. Yeah, it is nice, I must admit. It is really, really nice. I was talking to someone the other day, and they've got their real tree up already, and I thought, ooh, that is quite soon. Both I'm on my own at Christmas, so not bothering with trees and decorations. Oh, Diane. Oh, you've got to do something in the way of craft with you know, doing some stuff. So I think, you know, you've started your wreaths, your Christmas wreaths, which I shared today. I think, you know, the whole thing for this year, unfortunately, I think there's going to be quite a few people on their own, so I'm sorry to hear that. We've got 3 artificial trees inside and 2 real trees outside. That's an idea. We need to landscape our garden. We had some building work done last year, and our garden took a real big hit, and it's a bit of a mess still, so we need to get that sorted out. So having a Christmas tree in there might not be a bad idea. So that's what I've got so far. I'm just going to finish it off with just a couple of little decorations on the top. I'm just going to go for some berries, and I've got one more of these left over. Yeah, I remember when I was living in Holland when I was younger, we used to have, well, fake trees weren't a thing, to be perfectly honest with you. And they used to like burn all the Christmas trees on New Year's Eve. Everyone used to just leave them down the side of the road, and then people used to come and collect them, and they had this massive great big bonfire where they all got rid of the trees. And yeah, that was always a nice atmosphere. Problem is, you always had some idiot throwing a firework in it, which wasn't too great. That was not very clever. So I'm just going to hot glue that to the top. I see Diane saying she's making stuff for friends and family. That is lovely. They looked really nice. I really liked your wreaths. I put on a post this morning. I love it when you guys are sharing photos with me. So always, yeah, send me a message of some of the stuff that you know that you're getting up to. Show me some of your decorations to give other people ideas. And I've got 2 berries left. And Michelle saying she's team artificial tree. Yeah, I must admit, I love the real tree. I think sometimes, I mean, the ones I saw today were stunning. They were really nice. Sometimes the shape of them sometimes leave a bit to desired. And I suppose at least with an artificial tree, you know, they're kind of, I suppose they're perfectly shaped, shall we say. but obviously not very natural looking. I like the flocked ones actually. I saw a really nice flocked one today as well. So I've just added the one berry to that one because it's quite sort of red with the, well, actually, you know what, I'm going to add one at the top just to fill up that little bit of space there. Just add one more on the top here. Just give that a little bit of a push on there. There we go. And that is that. So I know, there you go. And it's just a couple of just very simple decorations that you can hang in your tree or you can hang in a wreath, and just a great way of using up some ribbon and just using up some of those Scrabble tiles. So I hope you enjoy that. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you've got any questions, any comments, by all means, obviously put them in the comments. I will always get back to you. Just a reminder that to be able to win the giveaway that I'm going to be sending to someone, if you could sprinkle the video and let others know, and then pop it in the comments to say that you've done it, I will enter your name in the prize draw, which I will finish 5 o'clock tomorrow to allow for people on the replay to catch it as well. And then I'll be announcing a winner to be able to send this to someone tomorrow when we do our next craft project. So if you wanted to make one of these, what time is it? It's 8:10. It's very simple. I'll show you very quickly. They're lovely. Well done again. Thank you very much, Chris. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and watching and commenting and sharing and sprinkling and all the rest of it. I really appreciate it. So yeah, this is super simple to make yourself. So these ones I got off Amazon. I got 2 for, I think I paid £10.90 for 2, I think, so about £5 something for one of them. And all they are is a mason jar where the top has been turned into one of these soap dispensers. It kind of comes in a package and you have to put it together, but it's really easy. Even I can do it, so that was absolutely fine. So that's how they come. So next thing I did, I went to the range and I grabbed myself one of these. I paid £1.50. £1.50 for this little goose, and I know it's got, on the top, it's got a little hook. Now I've done a blog post on this as well, which is not out yet, but I will put that on there so you can look back on that if you want to. So what I did with a pair of pliers, I very carefully, bless her, little loosey-goosey, took the ring from the top. So she's got a little hole in her head now. And then all I did was, where is it? E6000 glue. Don't do this with hot glue because it will not set. E6000 is brilliant. The only thing is, I always find that for some reason it gets congealed. I'm always having a nightmare. I've tried everything. I've tried toothpicks, I've tried all sorts of stuff. So if anyone can give me any tips as to prevent it from sort of, you know, lumping together, I'd be really grateful. Next thing you do, you just add some glue. She says, see, it's not coming out. And I did it earlier. Right, let's have a look. This is one of those moments that you think is going to go to plan and it won't. Oops. Let's see if I can just get this. You know, I literally did this half an hour before I went live because I thought, no, I'm not going to have this. I'm not going to have it, that it's not coming out. It just shows you how good it is. Right, I think I've done it. So I'm just going to add some glue. There you go. Say, just a bit of patience. Add some glue to her feet. Now use quite a generous amount. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to choose a side where I think it looks, because it's got the writing on it, where you can see through it. So I'm going to go for this side. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to place her in there. But I'm going to push her a little bit towards the front. Reason being, when you put this in there, you need to make sure that the actual thing goes behind her. If you put her in the middle, you're going to run into problems with this. So kind of put her a little bit towards the front and you just leave it to set. That is it. You leave it to set overnight, so you push it down, quite a generous amount of glue, and obviously it doesn't have to be a goose, it can be any sort of acrylic ornament. As long as it can get wet, it doesn't matter. So yeah, generous amount of glue, push it down, leave it to one side, and then what I did, I got some aquarium pebbles from the range, but you obviously can get them in any pet store and stuff like that. When it's all set, just scatter some of the pebbles at the bottom, fill it up with some hand gel. I used, which one did I use? Oh, I used this one, 89p from Savers, bargain. Fill it up, and that's it, you're all set. And then what you're left with, obviously when it's all filled up, is this one. So that's going to be sent to someone. Sprinkle the video and tell me you've done it, and tomorrow I will give that, announce the winner of that lovely thing that you can have in your kitchen or your bathroom. And that was it. It's a bit longer than usual. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Any questions, let me know. Any comments, let me know. I hope you had a nice time. I hope you can join me for my next project tomorrow. We're going to have another fun project lined up. Have a lovely evening, what's left of it, and have a great day tomorrow. And I hope to see you on my page 7:30 in the evening. Louise says she loves it, and Michelle said what a fab idea, love it. Brilliant. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a lovely evening, guys, and I hope to see you again 7:30 tomorrow for another lovely project. See you soon. Take care. Bye.